Be famous one day. Nick Dutch back again one more time for another delightful video. Before we get into the meat and bones of this one particular video, don't forget the Grimoire and the Herbal is available on lulu.com right now by Nick Dutch, along with plenty of other cool titles by the same author. The Grimoire and the Herbal is a exposure of the whole alternative health worlds and the whole magical world in one book, and it's essentially the information that you need on your first day when you first enter into the magical, occult, or pagan communities under any circumstances whatsoever. It's the information that you need and you should be getting. Lulu.com right now. The Transcendental Deist Perspective, as it says on the title there. I don't know whether you can see that. It's probably blurred as buggery, but never mind. There you go. Lulu.com. Get yourself a copy. Really important. Now, things are hotting up in the world, especially in the world of Wicca. Because Wiccans are dealing with a few identity crises right now. Wiccans dealing with an identity crisis. Spend a bit more time talking with me in conversation. Maybe we could work out a way forward for you as a group, so that you could survive and grow and prosper. But never mind. Anyway, the three great debates are: firstly, the TikTok witch purge, elders versus 30-second spell culture, because they don't like the fact that people are doing these quick things on TikTok. There's a viral hashtag which is real witchcraft demands. So basically they're saying, like, stop doing all this simplistic stuff and start doing it the way in which we think you should be doing it in our tradition, because your traditions are wrong and my tradition is right. Which is basically what somebody else was saying to these people who say that they're traditional a little while ago when they were first starting out. It's complex, okay, but chill. There's now a suggestion there should be a minimum of 1 year of study before practice, and a ban on love spell tutorials, and there should be verification symbols for authentic witches. Authentic. The plastic athame scandal is growing. There's a major Coven leader exposed using lots of mass-produced ritual tools, synthetic crystals, and store-bought potion ingredients. And store-bought is like really, really bad now. It's hashtag witch consumerism trending with 82 million views. It's like out there. Witch consumerism. Now, if these are people who are working with energy and all the rest of it, it doesn't really matter what your tools are made of. Alright, if it's based upon consciousness and based upon willpower, it wouldn't matter what your tools are made of. It's only tradition which says that your tools have to be made a certain way, because that's connected to a certain particular theological history which came out of, I think it was ancient Egypt, and then got moved steadily westward and became part of essentially Western spiritual culture, and is essentially or originally Egyptian in origin, and is not necessarily true. We don't know it's true unless we can put it to the test properly, and we've got to work out how to put it to the test before we can make an assessment as to the right material is actually important for the spell or the ritual or the energy work. And you've got to have sufficient reasoning and rationality and experience to be able to say that that's actually the case. I mean, these people are jumping to conclusions on two separate fronts. On one side of things, they're jumping to conclusions about the veracity of traditional witchcraft tools. And secondly, they're jumping to the idea that they themselves cannot use mass-produced tools, even though the mass-produced tools would actually be okay. I mean, I've seen some scrying mirrors, black plastic scrying mirrors, which looked okay and would work perfectly adequately. So I don't know what they're talking about there. This is stupidity on both sides of things. And now, because of AI, of course, we now have AI High Priestess issues, with virtual Coven leaders and it generates personalized rituals for the personal time of year or whatever, and interprets divination and settles Coven disputes, and some Covens are replacing humans with AI. Traditionalists are performing anti-algorithm spells so they can curse the AI. There's questions about what it is that makes a real witch. You didn't have an answer to that way back in the day 30 years ago when I was involved in your community then. You certainly don't have that now. Oh, and there's eco-witch purity tests which are going extreme. And it's got questions in it like, if you drive a car, can you call yourself earth honouring? Oh, it's a... You guys need to evolve your culture. You need to evolve your understanding. You need to evolve. You know, you need to evolve. Just look, you people out there, read this. Just don't, you know, get a copy and read it. Just do it. You know, there's a bit more sense in this than there is out there. Come on, guys. Jesus. Rate, comment, subscribe, favourite and share. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated, give it a thumbs down twice. And I will speak to you in the next video at some point in the not too distant future. Bye for now.